Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Taco, and today we're back with another video, and week 6 is here. We're 5 weeks down already. Know what we basically need to know about these teams, what teams are good, what teams are not, and week 6 is here. We got 15 games to predict. 2 teams are on a bye, Minnesota and Houston. And yeah, got some pretty good games on the slate. Last week I went 8-6, which isn't great, but nobody did good last week. A lot of upsets for a total of 49, 28, and 1, which I am not putting on there. So yeah, got 15 games. Let's get right into it. Starting off, you have the Eagles heading to MetLife to take on the Giants. When you look at the Eagles, it was a tough loss last week. You're up 17-3. Allow the comeback. Don't get the last drive to go your way. Stuff happens. You lose football games. That's how life is. You're not going to win every single one. So yeah, on the other side, this camera's slowly running away. On the other side, you look at the Giants. It was a bad week last week. The Saints are not a good team. They played some of their best football, and they were able to beat you. And so, Dart looked okay. I feel like he just runs a lot. And, but he looked fine. The team looked fine, but overall, an Eagles team that's hungry, coming off of a loss, short week. I know they'll be prepared. Give me the Eagles 27-13. They should out-talent this team. They're going to out-prepare this team, I believe. And they're going to play angry. I think AJ gets it going. I think Jalen and AJ get it together. Give me Philly. Then you've got the Broncos and Jets heading to London, 9:30 in the morning. When you look at the Broncos, as we just stated, it was a very good win. You were able to beat one of the best teams in football that hadn't lost with their quarterback in over a year. It's just great that you were able to get that win, do what you needed to do, and walked out, made the plays that mattered. That 2-point conversion was, I think that was the game-changing play, and it was a very good call. On the other side, you look at the Jets. You're 0-5. Your defense kind of sucks. Penalties have been the big thing this year. Overall, just hasn't been good for the Jets. You're the only winless team left in football, and I don't really see that changing. Give me the Broncos 31-21. The Broncos have played great football this year. They hadn't trailed in the fourth quarter and had 2 losses. Then they trailed and got a win. They're going to be able to close this one out against, let's be real, an inferior team. And I hope that the Jets, especially their defense, can get it together. I just don't know if it'll happen. Give me Denver. Then probably my favorite game of this early slate, you've got the Seahawks heading to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. When you look at the Seahawks, tough loss last week. You got out to an early lead against the Bucs. Played them very well, and the Bucs were just able to sneak out a win like it feels like they've been able to do all year. But the offense played great. They were able to do their job. JSN's played amazing. Darnold's played amazing. They've been running the ball well. Their defense has some questions to it, but overall, they've still been playing pretty decent. On the other side, you look at the Jags, just got a huge statement win over the Kansas City Chiefs. Had 3 wins against teams. They're like the Niners were good, but we didn't really know they had a backup QB. Then you come in and you beat a very good Chiefs team. No matter what, they are the Chiefs. That's a hard team to beat. Overall, I think that this is a very cool game, very close game. But give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to prove it again. Give me the Jags 34-31. They're going to be able to take this game. They have been able to play great clutch situations. They're able to pull games out. That's what they're going to be able to do here. Seattle has been, in a lot of close games, has been able to pull some of them out. Not last week. The defense is still questionable there. Jacksonville looks great. That's why I have the Jags. Then you've got the Dolphins and the Chargers. When you look at the Dolphins, it was a sad loss last week. The Panthers just ran the ball all over you. They were able to do what they wanted. You were up 17-0, allowed the comeback. The start of the game, the offense looked great. The offense then had the one drive once they got down that they scored pretty quickly. But overall, just not the best game for the Dolphins. You let a team that probably is worse talent-wise than you and the Carolina Panthers able to get a pretty good win. On the other side, you look at the Chargers. You were 3-0. Feels like in the blink of an eye, you're 3-2. Lose to two teams, the Giants, who are and then the Commies, who are, they had Jaden Daniels back. They're definitely a better team, but they didn't play well. And now you got a Marion Hampton out. It just seems like it's going to be a bit of a struggle for the Chargers, but the Chargers are the better team here. The Dolphins have had their struggles too last week. Give me LA 23-17. I think that the Chargers will, even with Kamani Vidal and Hassan Haskins, run the ball relatively effectively, do what they need to do, especially defensively. The Chargers defense is still great. Give me the Chargers. Then you've got the Rams and the Ravens. When you look at the Rams, it was a sad loss last week. San Francisco came in and shocked everybody, but shocked you especially, and you still had so many opportunities to win the game. The fumble at the goal line from Kyron, the 4th and 1, he should have gotten them the first down. But the Rams are still an amazing team. Puka Nacua, we all love Puka Nacua. They've just been playing great football, even if the Niners game last week was shocking and an upset. They're still playing really good ball. On the other side, you look at the Ravens, that's just not the case. Whatever they said about 160 of the $280 million they spent on players is not playing. I kind of believe it. It's just hard to function when that many guys are down. And you still have Derrick Henry. You should still look okay, but I don't think you'll look good. Give me the Rams 37-16. They should blow this team out the water because the Ravens just have too many issues right now. And so, yeah, give me LA. Then you've got the Cardinals heading to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. When you look at the Cardinals, you had 2 great wins to start the year, and it's been 3 bad losses. This one, the worst one. I think the worst that I've seen a team lose when you can tell they just out-talent them. You have Amari DiMercato fumbling the ball before he gets to the goal line. Thanks for losing me about 13 fantasy points. And then you've got a pick, fumble, recovered for a touch. It was just bad for Arizona that they lost that game up 21-3. It was bad. On the other side, you look at the Colts. They're playing amazing football. They didn't have their kicker. They put up 40. They beat the crap out the Raiders. Yes, the Raiders are a bad team, but let's be not even a terrible team, but not a great team. But let's be real. The Colts and the Raiders would have been a pretty close game at the start of the year. You beat the crap out of them. Give me the Colts 34-17. They are doing what they need to do. They are playing great football. And why do I see it not continuing? They're one stupid bobble away and then a holding call away from being 5-0 right now and being the only undefeated team in football. Give me Indianapolis. Then you've got Dallas heading to Carolina to take on the Panthers. When you look at the Cowboys, pretty good win last week. You did what, I expected you to do. I think I was 2 points off my exact prediction. You beat a bad team. You beat the New York Jets, who are not a good team, and you did what you needed to do. Defense looked good. Overall, team looked good enough to beat a bad team. On the other side, you look at the Panthers, pretty good win. Hey, you were able to come out there without your starting running back. Rico Dowdle went insane. The team looked good after they were down 17-0. The defense clamped up. It was a good game for Carolina. I think that these teams are on very even playing fields. I think this will be a great game. But give me the Dallas Cowboys 26-23. I hate saying it. I do think that they are a little bit better here. I think that they have been able to come up in situations. I wouldn't say they're clutch, but they've been able to do stuff. I think that they'll be able to again and get this win here, 26-23. Then you've got the Patriots heading to the Caesars Superdome to take on the Saints. When you look at the Patriots, I don't know why I said the stadium name. The Patriots had a very good win last week. Beat the last undefeated team by about 6 hours in the Buffalo Bills. They played great football. They were able to stay in it, had some fumbles. Bills had some fumbles, capitalized off of issues, and were able to stay in a game and win it. Drake May looked great. Diggs had a great game. Defense played well. That was a Patriots win, and they were just able to sneak out of there. On the other side, you look at the Saints. Pretty good pretty good win. Had a lot of cool things happen. The long Shaheed touchdown. The guy, what was his name? Howden ran a touchdown defensively, about 80 yards. But you were able to get a win against a Giants team that's not incompetent, like you would say about a lot of Giants teams. With that being said, one team's better here, and it's the New England Patriots. Give me the Patriots 27-20. I think the Saints will put up a fight. I don't think we'll see the Patriots play as well, especially defensively, as we did last game. I think the Saints still have something going on offense, but the Patriots are the better team here. They should get the win. I think they will. Give me the Pats. Then you've got the Browns and the Steelers. When you look at the Browns, it sucks that you come off of London and you don't get a bye. I think that that's crazy. But Dylan Gabriel, pretty good debut. Honestly, the team played a great game. The running game was very effective with Judkins. Dylan Gabriel was pretty efficient. He did his job. Definitely did better than I think I expected him to do. In the defense, the front four was great. The back end was decent. They allowed something. They did allow a loss. But it was a very good game by the Browns. You just weren't able to come up with a win. On the other side, you look at the Steelers coming off of a bye after facing that same Minnesota Vikings team. They were able to edge out a win against that team. The Vikings came back in the fourth quarter, but they were able to hold strong, had some weird calls by Mike Tomlin, I think I remember. DK played great. Rodgers played great. And overall, I think that it'll happen again. Give me the Steelers 20-16. I think that they are just better than the Cleveland Browns. The Browns have shown some stuff. I think Dylan Gabriel will look decent. I think that the run game will be hard against the Steelers. But, yeah, overall, the Steelers are the better team. They should win this game. Give me Pittsburgh. Then it's the 4 o'clock slate. Starting off, it's the Titans heading to Vegas to take on the Raiders. When you look at the Titans, you got a win last week. I mean, I guess it's good. It built momentum off of what was some terrible offense and some not terrible, but a little bit bad defense. And you definitely have momentum going into this next game. You just came back down 21-3. Some crazy stuff happened, but you're able to pull out a win. On the other side, you look at the Raiders. The Colts, who are apparently really good, beat the crap out of them. That's what happened. Geno's just not look good. The defense has just not looked good. They were very close to beating Chicago, but it just hasn't been good for the Raiders this year. Overall, the Raiders are a better team, though. The Titans are not good. Give me the Raiders 16-14. They'll be able to pull this one out. Just don't really trust the Titans in close games still. And, yeah, the Raiders are better, even if it's not by a ton. Give me Vegas. Then, I think my favorite game of the week, the Niners and the Bucks. When you look at the Niners, what a statement win. You were able to come into San Fran. Nobody expected anything. Your QB's gone. Your receiver 1's gone. Your receiver 2's gone. And Mac Jones shows up, throws for like 350. Kendrick Bourne had a great game. You came in, you ran like 30 plays in the first quarter, and the Rams ran like 5. They dominated. They dominated early in the game. They allowed a comeback, and then they were able to seal it up in overtime. That was a great team win, great coaching. That was great football that we did not expect from the San Francisco 49ers to beat a very good team in the Rams. On the other side, you look at the Bucks. Offense was able to do its job. The defense had some struggles. Yes, he gave up 35 points, but the offense has been able to do what they've done all year, which is just win, find a way to get down there and win close games. With that being said, why don't I see it happening again? Give me the Bucks 30-27. It'll be another good game from the Niners. I think Purdy is back. I've said that like 3 weeks in a row. But I believe that the Niners are just going to slightly not have an advantage against the Bucks. The Bucks have been playing great football. The Bucks win close. That's what they do. Give me Tampa. Then you've got the Packers and the Bengals. When you look at the Packers, you had a bye last week. Before that, a tie. We can't be having that. This is a professional sport. If you score 40 points, somebody should win the game. I mean, that was a great football still. You had the loss to Cleveland, but the offense definitely got back on track. The defense has some stuff to work on. But speaking of that loss to Cleveland, look at Cincinnati. Look who's on that team. It's Joe Flacco back is like 7th team now. Immaculate Grid legend. He's coming. He's like 42. I'd just retire, but hey, he's coming in there. He's going to go sling it for the Bengals. I guess better than they think Jake Browning is, but I'm not sure. You came to a team on Tuesday. Yes, Joe Flacco can learn quick, but it's going to be a problem. Give me the Packers 31-13. Their defense might just be too much for the Bengals, especially that terrible pass blocking offensive line. And I don't know what Joe Flacco is going to be able to do. Hopefully it's good, but I just don't know. Give me Green Bay. Then you've got the Lions heading to Kansas City on Sunday Night Football to take on the Chiefs. When you look at Detroit, it was a decent game. Cincinnati was a team that you should have manhandled, and you didn't, okay? You allowed some deep shots. You have issues at corner. Arnold's out for a while. DJ Reed's out for a while. That's probably the big concern with this team. But you have won 4 straight. You've been able to do it in some cases in dominating fashion. It's a very good team. On the other side, you look at the Chiefs. Some struggles, lost to the Jags, had 2 good wins before that. But the Jags were able to have a pretty good game and just be able to beat you when it mattered. The Devin Lloyd pick 6. Just some stuff. And the Chiefs lost a game that they could have won. It felt like a Chiefs law. Felt like that's a game that the Chiefs win. Overall, though, one team's better here. That's the Detroit Lions. Give me the Lions 38-24. I don't know why I'm like trying to think of it like it's not right here. But Detroit's a better team. Their offense is elite. Their defense will do their job. Detroit with the win. Then, as it feels like it is like every other week, 2 Monday night games. The first one between the Bills and the Falcons. When you look at the Bills, bad loss last week, just made too many mistakes. The Patriots were able to capitalize on it, and you let a team in a game like that, they're going to end up winning quite a bit of the time, and that's what the Patriots were able to do. On the other side, you look at the Falcons, had a bye last week. The week before, really expected them to get killed, and they actually played good football. It seems like the Carolina game was a one-game thing. They came back, I think they put up 34 points, beat a pretty good team in the Commies. So, yeah, overall, it's some good things to look for in Atlanta, but just not good enough. Give me the Bills, 31-23. They should be able to take care of this game. They are still a very good team. The Falcons, I have a lot of hopes for them. I just don't know in this one. Give me Buffalo. Then you've got the Bears heading to Washington to take on the Commies. You look at the Bears. Last week was a bye. The week before that, the Bears came out with a win in a close game. They blocked the field. That's like the tide is turning in Chicago. That hadn't happened since 1985. They had something positive happen to them. It's unbelievable. It's great. On the other side, you look at the Commies. Had a very good win against the Los Angeles Chargers. That's a good team. He came in, had some struggles in the first half, come out in the second half. Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt looked good. Daniels looked good in his return. The team looked good, allowed 10 points to a pretty good offense. Overall, I think the Bears will play them pretty close, but I think that the Commies are the better team. Give me them 27-24. Better team. They should be able to take care of this game. I think that the Bears will play them well. I think that there are just some things with the Bears offense that the Commies might not have a combat to, but they are a good team. They should be able to run the ball, control this game. That's going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.